Most fans of instant photography, particularly Polaroid, are probably familiar with the Spectra system. This is a slightly better Spectra than some of them. This is the Spectra system SE, and it uses the Spectra film, which is a little wider, a little bigger than the normal Polaroid's SX70 or 600 speed film, and it's got some nice features. You can turn the alarm off and off, you can timer, you can turn your autofocus off and your flash, and you can adjust your exposure a little bit. It's got a slot for a remote. Nice camera. And also, a little upgrade from that would be your Minolta Instant Pro. There's also a Polaroid version, the Spectra Pro, I think it is. And it's nice. It has a much wider range of options as far as you can turn your autofocus off, you can manually focus it, you can take multiple exposures, you can time it for like maybe up to 2 minutes. There's just a whole lot of professional features on this camera. But it's pretty much the same form factor as the other Spectra cameras, and that's not what I was going to talk about today. I wanted to look at a couple of the Spectra cameras that are totally different in form factor. The 1200 FF and the ProCam. So we're going to take just a brief sort of overview of these, and we'll take a test shot or two with a little potted plant I have nearby. And we're going to be using some expired soft-tone film from 2009. Not sure what the results will be, but we'll stick them in the cameras and find out. Starting by looking at the Polaroid 1200 FF, you'll notice it's a radically different form factor than your typical Spectra. It has really no controls on it, except for this one, a slightly different, I don't want to call it macro, but more close up to more infinity. That's it. And your picture button. You open it by pressing here. We don't have any film in it yet, so we're not getting any battery readings. When you close it, you want to press here. That's it. As you close it, you'll notice a lens protector swings out in front of it, if you happen to be looking. So, very minimal controls. So let's put this film in. Dark slide spits out. 10 exposures. And we'll take a picture of our little potted plant there. It does have a flash. There's no way to turn the flash off. And this camera's pretty much good probably for within 4 to 10 feet maybe. So we'll see how that comes out. The second oddball we're going to look at is the ProCam. Another Spectra with a totally different form factor. Opens like that. Kind of a weird angle. closes just like that. Not a lot of controls on this. You can adjust your exposure a little bit, turn your autofocus or your flash off if you need to shoot through glass or something like that. Its claim to fame probably is it can do a time imprint on the film. We don't have a reading yet, so we're going to need to put some film in there and start our electronics. And one thing I don't like about this, at least mine, resets the year every time back to its original date, which was apparently 1994. Now what you can do is you can go through 4 or 5 different date imprint settings by pressing the mode button here. That is year, date, and month, I think. I think they call that the Japanese version. That is your day of the month and your hours and minutes. That way it's totally off, you won't get a date imprint. This is your more standard United States version, month, day, and year. And then that, I believe, is the European version, which is day, month, year. And then back to the Japanese way. So we're going to try and set this to the American way. We'll select our mode. Right there. Then we have to select the year will change. We have to go up to 2012. I might edit a lot of this out because I'm going to do the hours and minutes too. Then we'll select the month. '11. We'll select the date, which is, and select will turn everything off. So let's take a little picture of our potted plant and see what happens. See what kind of date imprint we get. Alright, I ended up taking 3 pictures with the ProCam to show different date options. Hard to see because the date imprint is kind of yellow and I had a light background. That's our November 5th, 2012. Here's the Japanese version, 2012, November 5th. Then our time for the 5th day, 1344. You can also do the European one or turn the date imprint off altogether. And comparing it with the 1200 FF shot, I don't know how good this will show up on the camera, but the ProCam shot is much better. Sharpness is better, exposure's better, everything about the ProCam shot is better. And pretty much I'm under the identical circumstances, shooting circumstances, so I suppose that's just a matter that the ProCam's a better camera. I notice it's made in the UK and the 1200 FF is made in China. Those are 2 of the odder variants of the Polaroid Spectra film system. Thanks for watching. Bye.